Hi, Sherry. Still very wet and slippery out here. And, it doesn't matter how much experience you have as a driver. Rain always makes conditions a lot more dangerous. So if you have to be out and about on these roads right now, bear in mind you're going to want to keep these tips in handy because safety starts before you actually start your car. So make sure your windshield wipers are working properly. They don't leave any streaks. Make sure your tires and all of your signals are also in good condition. Now, also, when you're actually driving in the rain, make sure you turn off your cruise control. Cruise control, good idea during dry weather, not so much in wet weather because you actually have a higher chance of losing traction even with new tires. If it only takes as little as a 1/12 of an inch of water for that to happen, and new tires going as low as 35 miles per hour can still lose their hold on these roadways. So slow down and leave room to reduce your chances of hydroplaning. Sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where you might skid a little on the road. In that case, don't panic. If that happens, keep looking in the direction you want your car to go. Slamming on your brakes only makes things worse and harder to control. Now, once again, these are just some tips to keep in mind when you're driving. For now, I'm going to send it over to Michael Stevens, who has your traffic update. Michael? Good morning, Brian and Kirsten. This is actually the first of 3 trials connected to that standoff. And though Cliven Bundy and his 4 adult sons are at the heart of them, don't expect them to be here, at least not behind the stands. Tucked away in the historic West Side is a humble home which embraced some of the biggest musical acts who weren't welcome to stay among the bright lights of the Strip. The 50s attracted big names, both black and white, to the Strip, transforming the Times to an age of extravagance, an era not too long ago.
Blacks were not allowed to gamble in the casino. Blacks could not stay on what we now lovingly call the Strip. Whether you were headlining or not, that was the rules that prevailed.
And not even if you were the legendary, renowned jazz singer Sammy Davis Jr. After his shows, Sammy would be shown the back door and make his way to the other side of town.
We stayed on the west side of Vegas.
Here, nestled on the corner of F Street and West Adams, is the place where Sammy and other African Americans would experience a reminder, yet reprieve from segregation.
It was a entertainer's place to just kind of unwind and just do what they loved, but without the expectation of a show.
Ashanti McGee is the president of Harrison House. In the mid-21st century, this was one of several boarding houses in West Las Vegas where black people were allowed to rest their heads for the night.
If you were traveling, if you needed a place to stay, if you were performing or just just trying to do your job, it was essential to be able to find a place that would accept you, really.
Since the 1940s, McGee says black businessmen, travelers, couples seeking divorces, and other famous artists have graced the halls of Harrison House.
There was a story that I had read about a woman who remembers that as a child, she, as well as a few other children, would see Nat King Cole at the porch in front of the house, just kind of minding his own business, and eventually the children would come up to him and talk to him, and they would actually show him their report cards and tell them how they were doing in school, and so he would always congratulate them. And so you definitely saw a side of this entertainer, just being a person and being so involved with the community.
I won't win.
No matter what race you were, everyone was welcome at the Harrison House. Even a wily group of famous friends who would visit Davis here and eventually pressure the Sands Casino into allowing African Americans to stay and work in the now defunct hotel. An event part of a chain reaction eventually leading to the desegregation of the Strip.
I saw it do this thanks to good people within the community.
Nia Wong, 8 News Now.